Hi, so for our project, we decided to choose Campbell Valley Regional Park.
This park includes marshes, creeks, and forests and is in the business of protecting vegetation and wildlife.
As well as protecting the vegetation and wildlife, there's also many features for humans to enjoy, such as hiking, cycling, and horseback riding. Okay. In this park, there aren't many impervious surfaces. However, there are several parking lots, walking trails, and the surrounding roads do have an effect on the biodiversity within this park. Like many other parks in the area, Campbell Valley has dense forested areas, tall grasses and shrubs, and various bodies of water for animals to take refuge and build their homes. That being said, some animals that you can expect to see here include rabbits, mice, squirrels, frogs, fish, and birds such as chickadees. Due to the surrounding roads of this park, larger animals like deer and coyotes are less likely to be seen and hide deeper within the forest and are more likely to come out and cross the roads at night. The one animal that isn't very likely to be seen within this park are moose. Moose prefer colder climates and areas that are more prone to forest fires, and as a whole, they aren't very common in Langley and in this park.
There are many natural water features at Campbell Valley Park, including the Little Campbell Valley River. This runs through Langley to Surrey to Semiahmoo Bay. This watershed is home to diverse wildlife and vegetation such as Pacific salmon, trout, and 30 at-risk species. A. Rocha states the river has unchannelized streams, an undiked floodplain, an undeveloped estuary, and several large wetlands. Because Little Campbell River is such a diverse ecosystem, it is habitat to hundreds of species, including at-risk species such as great blue heron, Pacific water shrew, and red-legged frog. The Little Campbell Watershed Society expresses its concern for the natural waterways. The current impacts of licensed water extraction on water volumes, combined with the pollution pressures and forecast effects of climate change, create serious threats to the health of the river. In a study done on climate change and its effect on water systems by Fazeli Feranzi, it was found that changes in the hydraulical cycle due to climate change do in fact have a great impact on resource availability. Irregular distribution of precipitation patterns and high temperatures are a major concern, as they especially affect agriculture and energy sectors. Campbell Valley Park is also home to McLean Pond, a beautiful natural pond with ducks, fish, and frogs. There is also a ban on fishing and stocking in order to protect the wildlife that lives there. These streams and rivers are a part of Campbell River Drainage Basin, an area that collects water, which accumulates at the surface of rain or snow, which BC Hydro says are the transition zone between the west coast and drier east coast climates of Vancouver Island. It is essential that we keep the diverse Campbell Valley Park aquatic habitats safe and cared for, as each water system, whether it be Little Campbell River, McLean Pond, or any of the multiple streams, contributes to the ecosystem that they exist in.
There are both invasive animal and plant species in the park. Some of the invasive plant species in Campbell Valley Regional Park are the Himalayan blackberries, Scotch broom, English ivy, purple loosestrife, and lamium. These plants probably got into the park by aerial seed dispersal or nearby garden waste. They are a problem because they cannot be controlled by natural means, as for example native insects or funguses, so they can spread very fast, growing a large number of leaves that prevent sunlight from reaching lower growing plants. Here is a patch of Himalayan blackberry. It has covered the plants that are underneath it so the sun won't reach it, and then they will eat all the nutrients from the soil, finally killing the plants that are underneath. That's why they are a danger for the native species in this park.
3, 2.
The only invasive animal species that we saw during our initial park survey were the eastern gray squirrel running on a tree branch. These squirrels deplete native squirrel population by diseases and competition for resources. They also displace native bird species from their nests, they eat their eggs, and compete with mice and wolves too. These squirrels were introduced in BC in the Stanley Park at the beginning of the 20th century. I think that the squirrels that now live in Campbell Valley Park must be the descendants from a little group that escaped from Stanley Park.
There are various ways this park can be enhanced for wildlife. Two major methods include air quality and invasive species control. Being cognizant of the infrastructure surrounding the park plays a large role in the survival of small bodies of water and their inhabitants within the area. Marshes are very productive ecosystems found in Campbell Valley, and they thrive off of good air quality. Without it, the ecosystem itself could not survive. Controlling the invasive species throughout this park will influence wildlife greatly. These types of plants stunt a forest regeneration process and the well-being of the wildlife inhabiting the park. Invasive species grow faster with very few predators, and they possess the ability to alter food webs in order to replace native food sources. Organizations such as the Langley Environmental Partner Society offer up volunteers to manage such problems, which greatly benefit the wildlife of the area.
Hi, I really hope that you enjoyed our video and learned more about the biodiversity around Campbell Valley Regional Park.
We really admire the Langley Environmental Partner Society for their work with invasive species in this park. If you want to participate, please volunteer with the LEPS.
Thanks for watching!